The rain falling on the camera is just so pretty. And the very smart of you will have noticed that the music has changed in Talon Overworld to an even nicer variant of what it was before. Also, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Metroid Prime. In the last episode we explored the Chozo Ruins and got this, the Ice Beam. And this episode we'll be going somewhere where, well, I've been there off camera as a kind of travelling place, but we haven't explored it for a while. So let's start by heading down into Magmoor Caverns. So we've actually just come to the entrance bit here, because if you look on the map, you'll see there's this door to the left we've never gone down. We could have gone through it, there's nothing stopping us, it's just there was nothing for us down here either. We've got some also cool new abilities now, but actually they're not important here. Oh, here's something interesting as well, another little thing I like. Thermal visor, almost completely useless in Magmoor Caverns because it's a bit warm down here. But again, you can see how dark and purple and cool the Ice Beam looks kind of relative to that, which is pretty awesome. And I do just like little touches. Anyway, there's the spider ball rail here that we couldn't have accessed before. Basically, I think you could have just done what we're about to do by basically just having enough energy tanks and just running across the lava, but not really much point of it. Well, I mean, sequence breaking to a certain degree, but I mean, why would you bother, really? Just fucking wait and do it in the right order. Anyway, now we get to go kind of further into Magmoor Caverns and show off some of the cool powers of the Ice Beam. Basically, everything in here is very weak to the Ice Beam, especially Magmoor's. One hit, oh, fuck me, one hit, and a missile. Yeah, the bloody big bads of Magmoor Caverns are now actually not really a threat to you anymore, which is awesome. I'm still keeping my eye out for the bloody third type of missile ammo that we still haven't scanned, but now I totally know what I'm looking for, so the moment I see it, it's mine. Aha! But fit that one by accident. Yeah, you can stop those with the Ice Beam, and I think the ones that in this far into the cavern actually don't stop naturally, like they'll only stop when you shoot them, specifically to kind of make sure you've not got here without the Ice Beam. Well, I mean, you could get through them, but you'd get hurt. Oh, is that one of the ones I've been looking for? No, it's not. I said I know what they look like, and I do know what they look like, it's just when they're half buried in the floor, it's harder to tell. Now, I wonder if you hit No, I was wondering if you hit a puffer with the Ice Beam, whether it wouldn't release its gas, but it did. Piece of shit. These things as well, these are like stalactites, but they're not stalactites. Oh, no, they are stalactites, so if you haven't scanned stalactites yet, do scan these, because you are kind of oh Jesus, I accidentally put the bloody thermal visor on. Yeah, if you haven't scanned stalactites, now is a good place to do that, so because they are technically a time limited scan in terms of there are a finite number of stalactites in the game. Once you have smashed them all, they can no longer be scanned, so make sure you do it while you've got the chance, because it's a really dumb one-off scan to miss. Like, it makes sense when you miss some of the weird ones, like bloody ice parasites or something like that, there's no reason why it should vanish, but that, you got no excuse. Also, fun fact, because it knows the Ice Beam is nice and OP in Magmoor Caverns, it makes you keep switching to the Wave Beam to open doors. It's clever. Oh! New scan with a really funny name. These are puddle spores, a sentient floating lava mollusk protected by an impenetrable outer shell. A puddle spore opens when approached, attempting to intimidate with its size. When opened, direct fire to its mantle causes it to flip into a defensive position. It can slam shut. If it can slam shut, it ejects a spread of harmful energy globules. What a great word. Oh, there we go, the globules! Yeah, just wait for them to open, and it doesn't have to be Ice Beam, any whack to the thing, and they'll flip. And for former platform, they feel very they feel very Zelda to me, was what I was going to say before I started dying. The word globule amuses me, because there's a friend of mine who, she has a list of 4 words where if said to her, they will like pretty much like kind of dry heave, and the globule is one of them. Moist, crusty globule and secretion. If you're kind of feeling a bit unpleasant from that, from that particular bit of wordsage, good one, then clearly you fall into that category as well. God, I am talking a lot of shit. But now we head to, we're in a kind of new area. This is Magmoor Workstation, which basically serves as the hub of this end of Magmoor Caverns. I guess you'll have seen it a bit on the maps I've been using, but once I've killed this fucker, I'll just bring up the map quickly to show that Magmoor Caverns is basically a line. It's extremely linear in a very literal sense, but this kind of part is the workstations, kind of where a lot of stuff goes on. We will be coming back here a couple of times, but there's kind of a little hidden secret here that's not easy to notice. If you whack up the thermal visor, for some reason, apparently it's cold. I guess it's because we're not in the cavern anymore. We've actually got an open sky because it's not as hot here anymore. But if you look around, you can see some of these conduits. And this is a really easy one to miss because there's 3 conduits that kind of need energizing. And this whole puzzle can be quite easily skipped out. So I'm going to do it now because you get something cool at the end of it. Walking with the thermal visor on when everywhere's cold is actually makes it quite difficult to see. So doing that activates, I guess they're like a lava pump or something like that. Either way, that door opens and what must be a blast of like cold air or something like that solidifies the surface of the lava. Lava. Oh, it's Spanish. Because B's and V's are interchangeable there, kind of, in terms of sound. Anyway, if we hop into here as the Morph Ball, now the rest of this puzzle takes place in Morph Ball. So we'll go through here first, which is where the kind of lava cooled. Go up here, and there is... Oh, I thought there was a... Is there a scan thing? Ah, yeah. I thought it was a bomb slot, but yeah. So it said, access to each channel granted. Lava in that channel has been cooled. Though, well, you'll see. So, the lava cools and the door opens. But, apparently, that's only temporary. I don't know how long that lasts, and I have no intention of particularly finding out. This one's quite easy to get to, because you basically just have to dodge... Make sure you dodge the Cyclops, he says, going straight into the Cyclops. Triclops even, not that way. Basically just... I think we're going to find out how long the timer is on it. Get away, you fucker. Yeah, eat that, you little bitch. Yeah, obviously just go down the one... There's 2 channels there, but go down the one that hasn't got fire in it. And scan this again. Oh, there, that's how long you've got. So we didn't have a massive deal of time. I assume if it goes back, this bit still stays solid. I think all the lava stays solid, it's just the door closes. Because I imagine the lava won't suddenly kind of like unfreeze. But yeah, as you'll have seen, that was then the remaining channel has then also frozen. And this one can be, you can get slightly disorientated if you didn't keep track of which one the other one was, but it was this one with the purple door at the end. And come through and energy. Oh, dude, I jumped straight onto it. That was really cool. And energy tank for us. So yeah, that's kind of like, a lot of the energy tanks are kind of relatively easy to get, but just slightly, get off me, slightly out of the way, so you just wouldn't really think to look for them, I suppose. But that's quite cool. Anyway, we want to head now through, I believe, the wave door, which is up here. Yeah, it is. I'm fairly sure. Because, yeah, so I practiced this bit, and then, like I was mentioning last episode, I then saved it all and had to play the entire game again from the start. So, while I did practice this, I have literally played the entire game from the start since then, so not exactly fresh in the old noggin, is it? But, I don't know, you don't have to freeze all of those, it's just really good fun. And here we go. Let's scan this. And we get access to Phendrana Drift South. So we get into... It's cool, like, one thing I like about this game is that you don't... oh, by the way, save station through here, which I'm going to use quickly. Yes, you don't, like, explore new areas. They're only, like... We've pretty much been to every area in the game. There's 2 more, technically, that we've yet to go to. But, like, there are still parts of Magmoor Caverns and Phendrana Drifts, Talon Overworld, Chozo Ruins, all of them that kind of we still haven't got to, which is quite cool. So let's go up and explore a new bit of Phendrana Drifts. Now here's a funny thing. When I said a new bit of Phendrana Drifts, what I technically meant is a bit of Phendrana Drifts we've had access to the entire time. That's not entirely accurate, but basically, if you look where we are, I didn't mean to come up here. I can't fit through there again, can I? Great. Basically, oh no! If we were to use the wave beam on this door, I didn't mean to go into the thermal visor. I'm not going to go through there, but recognize that. Yeah, I mentioned when we defeated Thardus, there was kind of another spider rail that came up here, and that would take you to here. As you can see as well, the other door leading out of this room, this one's a wave door, but the other one was an ice beam door, so you couldn't actually proceed up through there without the ice beam. You could go into that part of kind of Magmoor Caverns and stuff like that, and return kind of to Talon Overworld that way, but basically after Thardus, the next move you definitely need to make is back to Chozo Ruins, get the Ice Beam. We spent an episode doing crap along the way, but basically that kind of means we could have got here sooner, but you wouldn't be able to come through here, and you would have got to we could have got that one energy tank in Magmoor Caverns earlier, but other than that, it made more sense to do it in the order we did. It felt much more natural. Anyway, now we come to a crazy room, this thing, the Frozen Pike. It's got doors everywhere. And yeah, it's a bit of a... This whole part of Phendrana Drifts we're at. Firstly, the music is a bit kind of unique. I say unique in a sense of basically, it's the Phendrana Drifts theme. But as you can see, it's kind of slightly, like, got a bit of a techno feel to it. And this whole area is known as Phendrana's Edge. Well, there's one specific area of it called that, but I call the whole area it because it sounds cool. And I think we've come to the right one. But like, basically, it gets... I'll show you the map once we've kind of explored all of it here, but it gets very twisty and turny, and it's easy to get lost quite easily. Am I on the right way? Frost Cave access, that sounds right. Probably is, yeah. But yeah, there's lots of kind of overlapping bits, so I'm going to try and not get disorientated as much as possible. For some reason, this thing's not driving. Ice Beetle, hello. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Now we've got the Ice Beam, we do a lot more damage to most enemies, except, obviously, ice-based. What the fuck? Some scarabs standing there. What the shit? I didn't even, like, see them coming. They just... stood there and died. Anyway, now we come across another couple of things. This is pretty cool. This is a glider, a docile airborne creature with unusual magnetic properties. Gliders live a relatively peaceful existence. They have a magnetic signature attuned to a common grapple beam technology. The sport of glider riding involves using a grapple to attach to a glider and staying on it as long as possible. That's something we'll be doing later, but this menacing looking red thing is kind of a bit more of a direct threat. This is a hunter Metroid, an adolescent Metroid. Energy Siphon Tentacle increases its threat level. As Metroids develop, they become more efficient predators. An energy training tentacle allows them to attack at a distance. Quick to anger, a hunter Metroid will charge at troublesome prey and attempt to ram them into submission. Not suspicion. Cold-based attacks are still quite effective against these creatures. I don't think we've never really got a chance to show that off because we haven't seen a normal Metroid yet, but yeah, cold attacks, extremely effective against Metroids, and that would work for regular ones as well as kind of hunters, so that's quite cool. Anyway, this room can be a bitch to navigate if you don't notice the stalactites in the ceiling, like I fortunately did, but the first time I played this game, I remember getting pretty much stuck at this part, because I was kind of like, this has to be where I need to go, but I couldn't get to either of these doors. Eventually, I actually managed to get to that door over there, which is basically... yeah, that door over there is where we need to go, but this one's just got a save station. Yeah, I managed to get to that door over there by doing a glitchy thing you can do called a scan jump, where you run, then change to the scan visor and jump, and you get a little boost and jump further than you can. And it had me confused for ages, because then the game proceeded normally from there, and I'm like, this was what I was supposed to do, but I just went the wrong way about doing it, and I just totally did not notice the stalactites. But yeah, we are, as I mentioned earlier, approaching the final few stalactites in the game, so again, if you haven't scanned them, please do. But as you can see, there's a lot of kind of confusing pathways around here and a lot of places linking to a lot of places. I'll show you the map once more when we kind of finish in this area, because this area technically is linear. Basically, there's one place you need to get to and then get out of it, and it's kind of a bit of a U-bend of one way in, one way out, but it doesn't always exactly appear that way and can seem a bit confusing at first. I'll take these flying pirates out with the ice beam, or fucking not. There we go. Actually, fuck them. I need to go down to the bottom of the... oh, bollocks! Well, we're underwater, so it's a new scan for us. This ugly fucker here is a gel zap, an aquatic predator made of electrically bound skeletal halves. The gel zap's brain is located in the upper half of its body, while the heart and digestive tract occupy the lower half. Linked only by electrical impulses, the two halves somehow function effectively enough to launch the gel zap to the top of the Talon 4's aquatic food chain. The biology there is extremely questionable. What's the point of having the kind of cardiovascular system on the bottom half if the whole point of having a cardiovascular system is to transport nutrients, and you can't transport nutrients as electricity? Other than that, the biology is generally pretty sound with this game, but gel zaps are just always bugged me for being almost a bit of a step too far. Anyway, we need to... so this is, yeah, this one's the one that's actually kind of called Phendrana's Edge. And we have... I can't remember the way out of it. Is it the... oh, there's only one way out of it. Bloody confused myself, didn't I? We do need to be underwater. I was right to come down here. Like, oh, I just get so easily disorientated around here. And let's go through there. And I believe there's a new scan in here as well. Oh no, there's just a bloody Bombu underwater. God, moving underwater is annoying in this game. Oh, blah. Scared myself with a Bombu around the corner. And, oh, I need to go small here. God, there's a lot of twisty tunnels around here as well. Let's open this door. And now we're into, again, another cave with a load of connections. This is called the Hunter Cave, which is a mildly cool thing. But what we need to do is get to that door. Oh, yes, did that just hit it? We need to get to that door on the right, basically. But in order to do that, number of stalactites we need to dislodge. These might actually be the final, literally the final stalactites in the game, so I'm going to keep saying this throughout this episode. Scan them! Because that's the dumbest scan ever to miss. Oh, there's flicker bats trying to annoy me, but yeah, this door is where we're headed to. More Bombus. Yeah, it's just in terms of map-wise, you just kind of have to bear with me here. Eventually you'll realize if you're trying to explore, none of these doors actually lead anywhere except like the ones I'm going through, so it is kind of linear in that sense. Anyway, Here's something that's kind of familiar, yet different. This is an Aqua Reaper. Powerful aquatic tentacle, part of a submerged organism. Similar in nature to the surface-based Reaper vine, the Aqua Reaper has adapted to a liquid environment. It shares the poor vision of its rock-dwelling cousin, relying on a crude sonar sense to seek prey. Unhindered by water, the Aqua Reaper has considerable speed and strength. But it is hindered by water, so that's not really a concern, I suppose. And this bit is a real bugger, because also you can't see shit underwater, which is extremely infuriating. And I can't remember exactly where I was supposed to be going, because that's going to be a fun one. Well, I kind of know where I'm supposed to go, but I just can't remember how to bloody get there. Ah! Oh my god, there's a gel zap there. Let's kill the gel zap. He'll prove annoying. Basically, gel zaps haven't actually fought them yet so much, but basically you've just got to hold a charge shot, and the moment they open their kind of electrical halves, gotta fuck them. No, right, nope. We just need to get up here, and then we're okay. Because, out of nowhere, power up! Oh, it's an important one as well. So yeah, this is the gravity suit, which is pretty cool. Movement in liquid environments is no longer hindered, so that's really useful. It also clears up our vision a bit, so it makes it much easier to see. But yeah, now we just like, movement underwater is exactly the same as movement above the surface, which is really cool and useful. And yeah, this is what we were aiming to get out here at Phendrana's Edge. I didn't tell you that, but we were. Because, like I said, our goal is now to explore the kind of frigate crash site, but a lot of that area is actually underwater. So we wouldn't have been able to explore it fully without the gravity suits. So that's why we came here first to do it. Now you understand. I just didn't want to say that at the time so much, because the gravity suit, at least the first time I played this game, I kind of didn't see it coming. Because I'd not played any Metroid games before this one. And I just, when I was kind of trying to think logically what the kind of other items still left in the game were, just something of like a way of moving underwater. I assumed water was just always going to be an annoying aspect of the game. Like, I didn't think it'd just be something you could completely cancel out. So I thought it was quite cool. I was like, oh, there's a new suit. And I really like the look of the gravity suit as well. The fact it is basically exactly the same as the various suit, but with like the purple highlighting on it. I think it looks really cool. So I kind of didn't want to spoil that for anyone who hasn't played the game before. And then for some reason that's never quite explained, it clears up visibility underwater. It's still not perfect, but it's a lot nicer. And like, I'm not gonna, it doesn't make any sense particularly because it's not a new visor and all our same visors still work, but not gonna complain. Anyway, we've now come out of the bottom of this kind of bit, it's the Frozen Pike, I believe it was called. And that's us actually now nearly done, both for the episode and in this particular area. I can hear flying pirates again. They're fucking everywhere they are. But as I say, the quick way of dealing with them is the 1-2 punch. Actually, that's Bioshock. Remember, the 1-2 punch. I was going to say see who gets that reference, but that's not exactly an obscure reference. Fucking everyone's played Bioshock now, haven't they? What the fuck's through here? Is there any reason I haven't gone through here? How the fuck does this go? Oh, that's it! Worth showing. Okay, this is the time I'll talk about the map, because this here, actually, well, this one I was supposed to get to, but from the Frozen Pike there's this door right at the top, which connects through to there, the research core, at the end of the kind of Space Pirate Labs area of Phendrana Drifts. You can go that way through to it, all you need is the ice beam. So basically, once you've got the ice beam, you need to come to Phendrana's Edge. Whether you get there through Magmoor Caverns, like us, or through the Quarantine Cave, or through there, doesn't really matter. It's just kind of, this area is now kind of like, whereas Magmoor Caverns is kind of linear, this is all kind of like linked together in a bit of a kind of thing. Well, that's pretty much all of Phendrana's Drifts explored now, actually, which is quite cool. But yeah, this area you can just see, like, there's lots of, like, layered bits over this around the gravity chamber, and, like, the 2 layers there. It's a bit confusing. I will kind of like freely admit I am not such a fan of it. And well, I mean, it's some good design, I suppose. I didn't actually want to come through this one. I did want to go back in there. But yeah, like it's cool level design, but also it's fucking annoying to navigate if you don't particularly know what you're doing. But fortunately, I do. It's one of my things that I do is make sure I know what I'm doing when I do what I do. This one here, that door I'll just go through it just to show it. Fuck, open up. There we go. connects to the research core, which is still dark, and will be for the rest of the game. So if you want to navigate around there, you're still back in thermal mode. So I think there's not much we ever need to go through there for again. Oh, you'll notice as well, I mentioned last episode that when we got the spider ball, we glow green. That glow now we've got the gravity suit is kind of bluey purple to go with the feel of the suit, and it looks really cool, in my opinion. We're at 20 minutes and we're just about done here. I'm basically just heading back towards a save station. And I know there's one down in Magmoor Caverns because I pointed out, because we actually used it earlier, just by right next to the elevator. So I'm just going to call it there. So I'm going to start doing the outro now. Why not? While we get the kind of close-up of Samus's face. And a good chance to have a look at what the gravity suit looks like, because you'll notice little things of like, the kind of lighting on it is now blue. There's kind of those blue lights all over it. And the visor is now kind of blue instead of green. It's just like a different, it's like a palette swap, essentially. It's that simple, but I just think it looks really cool. I like it. But yeah. So this episode, we have used the Ice Beam to explore Phendrana's Edge and got the Gravity Suit, which we will then be using next episode to explore the Crash Frigate Orpheon. Thank you very much for watching. I've been the Doctor with the Infamous Gentleman, and this has been Metroid Prime. Good day.